What's up, B Nation? What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday, y'all. Y'all, I'm just getting in from church. And then after I left from church, I went to the grocery store. So I'm just getting in. Y'all, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all share the live. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about Narry's response. And then y'all know it's the Super Bowl, so everybody getting ready for that. Y'all come on in. Happy Sunday, y'all. While y'all sharing the broadcast, I gotta do something real quick. Y'all go ahead and get that done. Make it happen. I don't know about you guys, but church was so good today. Yes, it was. It was phenomenal. Y'all share the live for me. Share the live. Hey y'all, what's up, St. Mary? What's up, Creations? What's up, y'all? Janet, Paula, what's up, y'all? Praise the Lord, Creations. Hey Marlene, what's up, y'all? So y'all know Narry did his little spill on yesterday, which I kind of knew he was gonna say something. I didn't know what he was gonna say. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, y'all, and then after that we're gonna go and enjoy what Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all, I don't care who wins. I ain't gonna even look at the game. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna eat. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just gonna eat. I done been to church. Church was phenomenal. So y'all, let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. So those of you that watched Narry's live on yesterday, one of the things that he said was Krista needs to stop because she is incriminating herself based on what she said because she put in the divorce decree that she didn't attack him. So now, but didn't we say that, y'all? That hey, Angela, uh, didn't we say what a couple of videos ago that these videos could be used against? Thank you so much, Saint Mary. I appreciate you so much. Um, that these videos can be used because they're still going through the the divorce stuff, trying to determine where who gets custody of the kid and who does not, right? And so obviously, based on what Nary said that she put in the divorce decree, right? What she put in the divorce decree that she didn't do those things. So now there is proof out here on the internet that she admits to attacking him about 3 to 4 times. I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, come on, y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? Listen. Let me tell you one thing. I got a heightened discernment, and it's a gifting that God has given me. I can see it. They see here, but I can see what this is going to do down the road. And I told y'all that eventually this thing is going to backfire on her because Nary's lawyer can use these videos as evidence against her that she's not fit to be with her kid. And that's pretty much what Nary was saying. Another thing Nary confirmed, okay? Y'all, another thing he confirmed, he started going back. He said, we're not going to even start about 2011. And I think what he said, y'all, 2011, 2010, or 2011, 2012, right? So, that also confirmed what we were saying Friday, I think it was Friday, that the marriage was dysfunctional from the beginning has zero to do with Alicia Kim. That they were dysfunctional from the beginning. They had no business getting married because whatever happened in 2011, 2012. Hey, Joan, 2011, 2012. That should have been a sign that you don't get married in 2021. See, y'all. Okay. So you don't see the signs. You don't see something off. You don't see the only reason why you react that way when you're not healed, when both of you are not operating at high capacity. Okay, that means you still need to be healed. If you notice something happened in 2011, 2012, and then you go get married in 2021, that's not smart. Okay, you don't do that. Y'all, I know. Listen, I did the same thing. Those that are single now, those that are married, you don't have to do that same thing. I did the exact same thing. I noticed just before I got married, I didn't respect my husband. Women, do not marry men that you do not respect. If you cannot respect them in dating, listen to me. The likelihood of you respecting them married is zero. Do not choose somebody that you do not respect. Men, do not marry a woman that you're not willing to sacrifice, you're not willing to die for. If you can't see that, you don't need to marry her. If you don't have sacrificial love, hey, Wet, listen, So let me tell y'all something. So just like I said to y'all on Friday, I told y'all from the beginning it was dysfunctional, and he confirmed it. He confirmed that I said that these videos gonna be used against her, which I knew it was going to. Anytime you have a court battle going on, it was just not smart. So she gonna say in one thing in her divorce decree that this didn't happen, then get on the video, y'all, and say that it did. Now, now, okay, and so his plea, yeah, yes, you did, Wit. Listen, his plea was to her, stop it, because you are digging a hole for yourself. Another thing he confirmed, and what we were all saying over here in B Nation, that they are just using her. That when you can't have access to your daughter, where's one gram I'm gonna be able to do for you? Nothing. Correct? They're not gonna be able to do anything for her. They're just edging her on, and that's what I said from the beginning. Don't let these people push you up because you have a daughter that you are still fighting for, and then you fighting and gonna put one thing in the divorce decree, and then now you got a whole video confessing that you try to hurt the man, you physically try to hurt the man about 3 or 4 times. Y'all, can somebody not absolute Marlene? Marlene, she is no, she's not correct. That just was not smart at all. I mean, but I knew it was going to happen. Romero is planning a live with Mac and Krista. Well, let her go right ahead because now these things are going to be used against her. It don't matter because what they're because I know why Rembrandt wants to do what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a timeline. When did Narry and Alicia Kim started? Right? They're trying to get a timeline to try to convince us that she was that she was cheating on Mackie. But listen. Mm-mm. What's up? Talk up the things. Good morning. Good morning. 100%. 100%. Well, she's selfish. I told y'all that from the beginning. Listen. If you plan on being in a relationship, if you selfish, you know what you need to do. You need to stay single. It ain't gonna work. It can't survive it. It can't survive it. That's exactly what he's doing. But I knew it. I told y'all that I knew that boy's lawyer was going to gather this information here off the internet based on the stuff that she was saying, and they're going to play it for the courts. And guess what's gonna happen? Now the grandparents not gonna be able to see the grandchild, and y'all, and the only folks that suffer from that is the kid. Now the grandparents not gonna be able to see the kid, and you heard Narry even call out the ex-husband, because what's gonna happen in, if that happens, if DSS hears that stuff, or Department of Children's Services, well, the older kids she won't be able to have access to. Does she even realize this? I mean, do y'all? I mean, does she even realize that she can put herself in a position not to have access to any of her children? This is why I said from the beginning, stop talking, Krista. Your relevance in this is zero. They're pulling you in this because of their hatred for Alicia Kim. You don't need to be a part of this. You need to stop talking. You don't need to be coming here telling no story. Because baby, she done dug that hole. She listen. When I tell y'all I saw it coming, I saw it coming. And that's what exactly we were saying that, and that's what Narry said. Even that these people don't care anything about you. They're just edging you on for their own clicks and likes, and to make a whole bunch of money off of that. Well, and since Mackie and Krista coming on Run Rams, well, why don't they both of them get together? Why don't they listen? Why don't they get together? I guarantee you that'll last a week. Or listen, or we'll be seeing on here breaking news. Wife, a wife hurt husband. I mean, you see what I'm saying, honey. Let me tell you one thing. I promise you. Since he want, we'll let the two of them get together and see what happens. She shouldn't have never. I told her. B Nation, we were saying that from the beginning. She had no business coming out here and getting a part of all of this hatred. Now, the very thing that she has done now will be used against her in the court of law. I knew it. I could see it. Exactly. That's what need that. Baby, listen, that thing will last a week. That joke will be in the grave. Uh, it would be a fight. Do you hear me? They wouldn't last a week. Do you hear me? Ooh, baby. Well, well, I told y'all part of Rum Ram issue is the fact that Alicia Kim denied him, right? She rejected him, but he was a married man. Tell me why you DMing somebody around your age when you don't marry somebody around my age. This is why it's not good all the time for younger men to marry older women. It y'all, I'm not being sexist or anything, but I'm telling you, it mostly works better when the guy is older. But when you got a young man in what is he in his late 30s, early 40s, baby, men are visual. That's why he was in Kim's box. That's why he was in Kim box. That's why he's still mad, y'all. That is it. That is his issue. His issue is because Kim rejected him. Correct. Exactly. And y'all heard what he said about I want to put up Marlene thing. You heard what he said. He said he has absolutely nothing to say about Sheena, and I don't blame him because she's a non-factor. I don't even know why she's even in this. Well, I know why because he said no to the dress. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember he said no to the dress? That's what she's still mad about. Well, cry me a river, right? Because he don't want you. Deal with it. And see, y'all, this is what I'm saying. Marlene, they're selfish, is what they are. They are selfish, is what they are. That's you 100. They are selfish, is why they can't keep themselves off this internet, and they broken and wounded. But I told y'all from the beginning, this is what we do over here in B Nation. We analyze, we learn, so we won't do the same thing. You don't marry if something happened in 2011 when you first dated, then you go and marry a person in 2021. That's not smart, y'all. On Narry's nor Krista. And then in the midst of all that trauma and drama they're going through, they're gonna tell me, well, we decided to have a baby. But why would you do that? What? Why? Why would you do, y'all? That's not a good decision. You don't bring a baby into dysfunction like that. I told y'all I was smart enough to know not to. Once I saw a little bit of crazy, I said, I ain't getting pregnant. I shut that down real quick. Why? Because I knew that it would make the situation worse. Y'all gotta think beyond immediate. If I make this decision now, how will this decision affect me 5 years down the road? That's how you got to use your brain. But didn't I tell y'all that I told y'all the dysfunction that marriage didn't have a chance? They were so dysfunctional that y'all, no matter how sincere they were, no matter how much they thought they loved each other, it couldn't survive their dysfunction. What, Marlene, say it again. That it's a trick. It's a lie. Y'all, a baby can't help you. Don't bring, if y'all are already having problems, don't get pregnant. Oh my goodness. And and listen, and at some point, at how much trouble do your relationship need to have before something goes off in your head? We probably not a good fit. We don't really know how to communicate well, especially after you have taken that, especially if you both have gone to counseling, right? While dating, right? And you notice that okay, we're just not getting along, and then you go to counseling, and you still notice y'all need to go y'all separate ways. Y'all single people, you get to choose who you allow in your space. I don't know who this Andrea. Yo, if y'all is that a troll, Andrea? Did God give anyone else parasite? Y'all, is that because I'm going to block that person? I just need a yay from a subscriber. Y'all? What I'm saying is, listen. At what point do you recognize you're not a good fit? Single people do not settle. Do listen to me. Do not settle for anything just to be with somebody. You will be better off being alone than you are. I'm gonna delete this person. I don't know who that is. You will be better off being by yourself than being with somebody that you cannot respect and honor. But see, the problem is that a lot of these people get married don't even know what that means. Because see, they think all about getting together and then just have sex and we buying the latest car and we buying the latest clothes and we got this going on. See, that's what young people think marriage is about. Child, marriage is so serious. It's such a serious covenant. You better get some counseling before stepping into that decision. It is not something you just do because you have a whole lot of emotions. Because you can have emotions for the wrong person. They were dating before the first marriage. Why didn't she get married to him rather than the man she married? You see what I'm saying? You see, Marley, they were dysfunctional. They were dysfunctional. Honey, I called it. I could see it. And trying to make this an Alicia Kim thing, they are. Krista is just living a whole lie. She is just living a whole lie. Krista and Sheena is in. They are in Brokenville, and they obviously want to remain there. They got an apartment there. They don't purchase their cars there. They just want to remain broken. They doctors there. It don't matter. They just want to live in Brokenville. That's why they keep coming on this internet, opposed to pursuing healing, which is not only best for herself, but also best for her kid. Giving your children the best chance in life to navigate relationships the right way. You take that chance away from your children because of your pride and your ego and because of your brokenness and because of your trauma. That that's what I'm talking about. They are both selfish. They are selfish. You take away the chance that you have to show your children how to function properly in a relationship. You take that chance away from them because because you want to tell your side. Well, tell it then. No, they don't have no self-respect. Zero. They, Marley, y'all, B Nation, they don't even believe, y'all, they don't even believe that they are deserving of healthy love. You can, Sheena and Krista don't even realize that what they're saying, that they are not deserving of healthy love. That's why they keep functioning in the way that they do. Because people that understand that they deserve healthy love first go get healthy. I mean, that's the foundation. You know what I mean? You first go get healthy. Correct. Correct. No one is thinking about the children. Listen to me. I'm listen to me. These girls are selfish. And for what? You think that's isolated? No. When you selfish, you just ain't selfish in one area. Most of the time, it spills over into other areas. That's why it shows up in their relationship. How can you not think about your daughter and your son? How can you not think about them? What should I do? What is the best thing for me to do for my children and for myself? And that is to get healed. When I tell you they both live in Brokenville, they live in Brokenville, and they so selfish. I don't think I have ever seen two more selfish people than these girls here. Oh, Marlene, say that again. Let me put Marlene thing up here. I said that we said that over here and over here in B Nation. They both, y'all listen to me, because let me tell you what else I also recognize. What Narry didn't say, he didn't say, but he said he didn't combat not one thing. He didn't combat the adultery stuff because to try to combat it, he said, "Don't let me have to go back to 2011 or 2012." Well, I could read right into that. Exactly, Fake Mary. That's exactly what it does. So when he said, I can address that stuff, but it's just gonna keep digging, and I can go back to 2011, 2012. Well, I knew then they were broke, y'all. You gotta get healing. But I will say this with Narry. I'm not taking up for Narry because I believe wrong is wrong. I don't care what happened in 2011, 2012. You don't get married the whole around. Period. We don't condone uh stuff over here. Okay? You don't get married the whole around. Okay? So we don't settle that. But what I will like, not that's exactly what broken veil, baby. That baby, that's where they live. I will give this to Narry. Narry is on the track of healing. Narry got a pastor coming on at the tonight at 6 p.m. to talk about the importance of fathers being in the kids' life, and hopefully the parents working together to make sure that the children have a good chance at doing what needs to, to have a good life and chance and how to navigate relationships. Y'all, that we learn that stuff from little one, and how we see our own family, our own parents. But what I like about Narry, he is trying to grow up and trying to get the healing that he needs. And that I respect. Because if he has a pastor coming on, that's telling me other men are actually investing into him. That's smart. Now I need Krista and Sheena to get somewhere and go get a mentor. I told y'all you don't have to be. Listen to me. I'm in my 50s. I have a mentor. There is no reason for you not to have one. There's no reason. You want to navigate this thing by yourself? When I'm not sure about something, I call my mentor. Hey, what do you think about this? No, that's not the route to go. What you need to do, you need to make a left over here. You need to go. No problem. Correct. Okay, thank you. Even at my age, I still need help. You still need somebody to help you navigate things because decisions come up and you want to make sure you're making the right decision. Correct. And I appreciate what he's doing. He is trying to change the narrative, not Christina. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Although he didn't really get into details, which I knew what that meant. But what he's trying to do, his point is that the children are first priority. Now his whole lawyer got a whole video. Boy, listen. I wonder that I wonder if they're gonna do it on online. Honey, I would like to be there when they play that video in the court. But honey, if Rum Ram have Mackie and Krista on, and they need to have Sheena on, all of them need to go. All of them need to have all of them. All three of them they need that like the some of the Mormons got 2 and 3 wives. That Boo and them two right there, and they go on and live a happy ever after. And they nonsense. Absolutely. I absolutely believe that I appreciate Narry trying to change the narrative and trying to see things differently and trying to get himself in a better position. And that's why he kept saying, Krista, stop, because what's going to happen? And when he said it, because I started coming. Because y'all, the grandparents won't be able to see the kids. I mean, that's a big part of a kid's life. Your grandparents, your aunts and your uncles. I have fun with when my nephew brings his children. I go out with them. I be trying to do I love it. So the kids, don't get to interact with family and have fun and loving. Come on, y'all. Oh, listen, let me tell you. Oh, let me tell you one thing. The harvest that he is planting. Baby, it's called seed time and harvest. Baby, the harvest that he has. Well, first of all, I knew he was confused when he gonna put some respect on his wife's name when he ran here DMing somebody around his age and got a whole wife at home. And then talking about put some respect on her name. No, how about you respect your wife and stop cheating on her? because that is a form of cheating. Because you do know, well, since everybody loves to bring God in, He said, if you even look upon a woman the wrong way, God said you've already committed adultery in your heart. So don't don't get me started. And so they talking about adultery, but Rumram committed it the minute he DM Kim in them inbox and got a whole wife home that he want everybody on the internet to put some respect on her name. Child, please, you put some respect on your wife's name and stay out of women's inbox and don't think Kim was the only one. I'm just saying, if you think Kim was the only one, you tripping because she was not. He does. He wants both parents in the kids' lives. Healthy co-parenting works. We just need mental and emotionally healthy parents. That's all I'm saying. Correct. Eggs. Absolutely. Nelline, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. But I can see it. I can see it with him. I can see it. Why is somebody asking us about the pain about Trump? Nobody cares about Trump. He on his way out. Be praying for him. Bye. Don't come over here about no Trump. I mean, y'all. Lord, please forgive me. Oh Lord, I mean, I don't want to hear nothing about no Trump. Because Trump ain't doing nothing that nobody didn't know he was going to do, but those that was confused that he somehow was telling the truth. I mean, so it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna have to continue to pray for him and wait it out. This is some of the best advice. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't get your mind caught up in all that stuff. If you think I got time to listen to that news and get my blood pressure and stuff all up, the devil is like, I ain't doing that. Creation, they need to leave that. And let me tell you, I could tell Narry's sincerity when he was saying, Krista, stop. And what he was saying, stop before you put yourself in a position to where you cannot have access to the child and to your other and even to her son. And this and the ex-husband named Kelly. Kelly gonna end up having to take care of the kids. That's what's going, and she's not gonna be able to have any access to him. You see what I'm saying? Right, Marlene, that's what I'm saying. They can't overwhelm us over here on B Nation. We ain't fooling with Trump. We already know. We already know what we're dealing with. Okay. Talking about Ram, y'all should see how he flirts with Stephanie Smooth. Go look at her photos and see the emojis, comments, and so-called Mary. That's Saint Mary. None of that surprises me because he's not going to be in Kim's DM, and that's the only person he has ever DM. But that's what happens when you marry a young. Listen to me. Okay, young, older women, my age, in your 50s, even in your 40s, you got to be careful marrying people, especially men, 10 and 15 years younger than you. I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm just telling you that they are visual. Unless you know God has divinely brought that thing together, leave that alone. They can be older, but they don't need to be 10 or 15 years. You just they can be a little younger, 5 years, maybe younger. That's no big deal. That's about the same age. But when you start jumping up 10, 15, y'all older women, okay, you asking for it. So I'm not. So see, you see what Saint Mary just confirmed. I already knew it. I knew that's what he does. I was there. I heard, and Narry said, "I'm not threatening her. What? But that's because, listen to me. That's because they lack emotional intelligence skills. They just don't have it. They do not have the critical thinking skills to fully understand that what Narry is saying. Krista, stop before you put yourself in a position and you dig yourself in a hole, which she's already have. You said one thing on a divorce decree, but now you on the video saying another. This is going to be used against you in the court of law, which means that you may not be able to have access to your children. God, dog, how hard is that to understand? I mean, y'all, that is not that difficult. Correct. Exactly. That's why. That's right. Wit. Uh, She's already lost. Is what I'm saying. Listen to listen. The video is already out here. I listen. I download the thing. If they needed me, I'm giving it to them. I'm telling you that right now. I got the whole. I got her whole video. That's the video. If they ask me for it, I'm giving it to them. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You see the? I promise you. She had y'all. When she did, I said stop talking. We all have bad marriages. Things happen. Things go wrong. Move on. This is nothing for you to become telling your host. Not, and Krista act like they some type of like come on now. Saint Mary, trust me, she knows. Saint Mary, she knows. She knows exactly. The game is over. Listen to me. When they hear that video, because they're going to hear it, she's an and then you lie on a divorce decree and say you didn't do those things and then admitted those things on the video and let these people push her up. And then Narry said that her family member, but I think it was St. Mary, excuse me, that said that Friday or something. I think St. Mary said that. I think it was St. Mary. Um, and Narry confirmed it that her family didn't even want him to drop the charges. That some family members. Listen, she does she fully under? Oh my God! I told you. Listen, don't nobody say that God don't send people a warning. That God don't send people warnings. God don't send somebody before you to tell you to hold it, stop, don't go down this road, and you just keep going. You keep, and they keep backing up. Hey, stop, don't go down this road, and you just keep pushing. Hey, stop, don't go down this road, and you just keep pushing. Okay, okay, no problem. So now she has incriminated herself, trying to put it in context. I'm just saying. She trying to put it in context. The context is that we don't care about the details of your marriage. And what we trying to figure out is why did you insert yourself into this? Y'all, I told y'all from the beginning. I listen, I sympathize and empathize with her because she still wants her marriage. But what she doesn't understand is not only does she not need to be married to Narry, she doesn't need to be married to anyone at this stage in her life. That's what I'm saying. She shouldn't be. It shouldn't be with anyone. Mary. I heard him apologize for it. Wait a minute. Romero still denying his daughter wife is you and or his daughter wife and using Portland Beauty as an imposter wife on his channel. He's ashamed of her weight and feel. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Fit Mary. I was reading that the wrong way. I thought you were saying something different. What? Listen to me. This is why I told y'all younger, don't marry these younger men like that. They are visual. Marry someone within your age group that understand, that see your worth and your value. You said mm-mm. Which marriage that left that building on the run? Exactly. Out the window with. That's why when she first came out, I said, "Baby, let it go. Life happens. Everybody go through a bad marriage. It no problem. Let it go. You don't need to be out here." Well, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Oh my, they are so selfish. I, they are so selfish. Oh my goodness. My heart goes out to the children. I mean, when they grow up, they're gonna see this. I mean, oh my goodness, this is so unfortunate. Hey, Vivi, it's so unfortunate. I mean, this is y'all. The children need their mother. They need their fathers, but they need healthy mothers. Not listen. None of us are totally whole, right? We are always learning. We are always healing. We are always growing, right? There are things that we need to get together and stuff. Even when I was sitting in church this morning, listening, and they were talking about y'all. They were talking about marriage, and he was talking. My pastor was talking to the same people. I'm telling you, he was on it, and he was using the scriptures to break that thing down, which I already knew. But one of the things, I was sitting in the church while my pastor was preaching, and I began to have a conversation with the Lord. I said, God, is there anything in me, right, that will hinder me from becoming the best version of myself, not only as a spouse, but just as an individual in general, somebody that you want to use? Expose it to me, show it to me, so I can do something about it. I mean, I just don't understand. Y'all, they prefer dysfunction. They want to live in Brokenville. On his recent upload video of saying sexual things with Portland Beauty in the comment about going on to her to have. Oh my goodness. So what? Him and the lady him and the lady got an arrangement? Because that's what it sounds like to me. For him to get a green card, is that what it is? Because he most definitely not respecting his wife if he's doing that nonsense. Okay, Vivi, let me see what you're saying. Do you really believe she wants her marriage? It looks like what Vivi, she wants it, but she's dysfunctional. You understand? See, in other words, just because you're dysfunctional, it doesn't keep the desire away, right? It doesn't mean that you don't desire the relationship. It just means that you don't have enough skill set and emotional maturity to be in one. She is blinded to her own dysfunction. And I understand because I used to be as well. Exactly. I wish she stopped letting them influence her. So do I think she desires it? Yes, I think she desires a healthy relationship. But what she doesn't understand, for you to even choose a healthy relationship, you must first be healthy. Lord, what you can't live in Brokenville. Because why? Because everything you see through that lens of brokenness. When you listen, when you hear, when somebody is talking to you, you're listening with the ears of brokenness. You can't even decipher properly. Y'all, that's why it's important to get yourself healed and that kind of stuff, because the way you see, the way you hear, all that stuff affects the way you the way you analyze situations, the way you see things. Exactly. Because I didn't. I didn't fully understand that I needed it when I was going through it. It absolutely is welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Seriously, I mean, she doesn't. I can tell she doesn't see it because if she fully understood it, she would have never incriminated herself on the video. You can't say one thing in the divorce decree papers and then here on the video you say something different, and then it hadn't gone through yet. Y'all still walking through the process. We told her after that first video, B Nation said after that first video, she needs to stop talking. She doesn't need to come out. Correct. She is. She she listen. She don't. She listen. The first one she didn't want a divorce. Nor the second one. And the reason why she's really acting that way because of the second one, because it is the second one, and she don't want to be divorced again, and so she's lost control. And what happens is when she loses control, she gets violent. Hey Sandra, welcome. You see what I'm saying? She gets violent when she doesn't get away. That's why she was willing to fight him 4 times. Girl, let me tell y'all something. Women and men, anybody that aggravates you to the point to where you need to fight them 3 and 4 times, you need to pack your bags and you need to leave. Men, any woman that make you feel like you need to draw back and hit her, you need to go. You need to leave. Y'all not a good fit. Y'all bring out the worst in each other. When people bring out the worst in you, you don't stay, especially dating. Now, when you're married, you just in a whole other situation. But y'all people that's dating, and before you even say I do, for you to tolerate that kind of stuff while you dating, and then you go get married to them, and then y'all back crazy in the marriage, and then after that, well then, oh yeah, we back crazy. Well, let's go ahead and have a kid. Ooh, I can't understand it. Lord have mercy. Exactly. That's who's being affected, Cheryl. Absolutely. See, you see what I'm saying? She don't welcome. She don't know why she came out. Krista don't know why she came out. She doesn't know. She doesn't have the brain power to fully understand that she's being used and that she's incriminating herself. Come on, why you going down to Pennsylvania, child? He been talking to somebody before he even got with Alicia Kim. So I don't even know why you just calling out Alicia Kim stuff. If that's what you're trying to do. Child, he been doing that. So okay. I'm just saying. I am baby, this ain't Alicia Kim issue, baby. Y'all was dysfunctional way before. This ain't got nothing to do. This ain't got nothing to do with the other women there brought in the relationship. Y'all were just not a good fit. Yeah, they were just not a good fit. Y'all, this is why I do not believe in the honeymoon stages of relationships when you're dating. You just so high. Oh, John is so wonderful. You don't collect no data. You don't see how he act when he get mad. You don't oh he's just you just live in the la la land of love. You don't collect no data. You don't do nothing. You don't see whether, you don't talk to him about his other past relationships to see what type of role he played into the breakdown of it. You just, oh Johnny John. That's how y'all do. That's how y'all think of. I don't understand it. Y'all, marriage is difficult. It's not something that you take lightly. Exactly. No, no, it ain't. First of all, it ain't no temporary insanity. It's permanent dysfunction. If she don't get out of Brokenville, she don't get herself out of. If she don't get in her car and drive herself out of Brokenville, her and Sheena, the children is going to be affected. I know what I'm talking about. My parents are very dysfunctional. Correct, Stacy. My parents were very dysfunctional. Why y'all thought my relationship was dysfunctional? Theirs were dysfunctional. That, that's what I saw as relationships. That's what I thought was normal until I got saved and God started purging, and I started learning sense and started seeing other couples and started seeing, oh my God, my parents are dysfunctional. They were they were not absolutely, y'all. They were never a good fit. But you know what drew them together? They trauma, their brokenness. That's why I told y'all that trauma and codependency, that stuff mimics love well. But it's not love. You just bonded because you both back crazy. You're traumatized together. Oh yes, they traumatized me on the left, and you was traumatized on the right. And so let's bring our traumatization in the middle. No, I'm trying to tell y'all that's what it was. And what I'm saying is listen to somebody who didn't live long enough to tell them something. That's what they don't they won't listen. Fussing and fighting all through the dating, and then all of a sudden you think your marriage gonna be wonderful. It don't make no sense. Come on, y'all. But y'all, I had to come on and touch that, y'all, before we start eating all the chicken wings and stuff for the Super Bowl. But I want to come on because I knew Narry was going to respond, and the way he responded, I thought it was good, y'all. And I'm gonna be back on. I want to see what this pastor has to say that he's going to have on that 6. But I got prayer with my prayer team at 5, and then I'm gonna jump on after I'm done with that, and see what this pastor has to say, and see who this pastor is, which like I said, which I think is wonderful. So y'all, let this be a lesson learned to all of us. If you're single on here, don't make the same mistakes. If you're married and you're going through something like that, you can email me separately because we don't want your business on here, and me and my prayer team will happily. I think I got my email stuff in there, like for business stuff on there. If I don't, I'll put it there. Me and my prayer team will happily pray for you all. We pray every month on the second Sunday. It's a private group. I have no problem interceding on your behalf. I just want to tell single people, choose wisely. And if you're still married, you still should be learning how to honor and respect one another, even in a greater way. You do it well, then do it even better. Y'all enjoy your Super Bowl, your Super Bowl, your chicken wings, and all that kind of stuff. I will see you guys. I will see you guys next week. Y'all, if y'all hadn't listened to the 100th episode of Let's Chat, Creation was on there. A few other you guys was on there. It was good. Make sure you go check it out. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Bye, y'all.